Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Lost News Channel. Daily tropical weather updates. If you'd like to subscribe, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. We upload daily tropical weather updates, daily updates on every cyclones in the world, whatever you can think of. We'll track it for you. We'll update you with the latest information. So if you're impacted with any of those systems and you do want the latest information, do subscribe. Here's a look at the world right now. Four systems. It's getting pretty active out there in the tropics. We have 92S. That's that yellow mark. Very getting low chances for this to really form at this point. Tropical storm Gonzalo weakening as we speak. Only 45 mile per hour. Probably a tropical depression by the next update. Strengthening. On the other hand, Hanna, 50 mile per hour, could become a hurricane soon. And then we also have weakening major hurricane Douglas winds of 120 mile per hour, probably a Cat 2 by the next update. Here's a look at the Atlantic right now. You can see here Hanna closing in on Texas, most likely making a hurricane landfall there. 75 mile per hour winds possible. But right now, 50 mile per hour winds. We'll have more on that on the next slide. Gonzalo there weakening could still potentially bring tropical storm force winds to the lower Antilles, but those chances are going down as well as hurricane chances. And then we do have that 50% chance that could become Isaias. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce that right. The I name, a very well organized tropical wave off the coast of Africa, and is likely to form there as well. Here's a look at Gonzalo. That track is from this at noon around this morning, and that has changed quite significantly because we did not expect this to become a 45 mile per hour system when this morning it was still a 60 mile per hour. But location of 9 degrees north, 54 degrees west, moving west at 18 mile per hour, minimal central pressure of 1,008 millibars, and max sustained winds of 45 miles per hour. Tomorrow morning, you can as well go and check that information for yourself on my website. Link, probably link down in the description if I don't forget. I'll have the link to my website where you can find the latest information before I make a video. Here's a look at Hanna. As you can see, expected to become a hurricane right before landfall or at landfall. Location 27 degrees north, 93 degrees west, moving west-northwest at 9 mile per hour. With a minimal central pressure of 999 millibars and max sustained wind of 50 miles per hour. We do have a mid-level eye forming with this system, which is really showing its rapid intensification starting to occur, and really, it's a pretty concerning system. Here's Douglas coming off the screen right here, major hurricane Cat 3. And really, this is going to be posing a great concern for the Hawaiian Islands, as this is only going to be the third hurricane to make landfall there. Here's the track, as you can see, making a hurricane landfall there. The third ever hurricane seen to make a landfall in the Hawaiian Islands. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is. And we've seen the track really been shifting north recently with the GFS and other big models shifting this north. But this is bad news for the islands because the more it shifts north, the stronger storm we're going to get. At first, if it hits that big island, the southern side, we have very tall mountains there. It's going to completely destroy the vortex. But if we do get this going north, the system's going to be able to sustain itself a little bit longer, which is why we have it is going to be staying rather long as tropical storm force winds still until Wednesday. A really long-living tropical cyclone with this. Location of 16 degrees north, 141 degrees west right now, moving west-northwest at 18 mile per hour. Minimal central pressure of 962 millibars and max sustained wind of 120 miles per hour. Here's a look at the Indian Ocean 92S. Only a 10% chance at this point. Most likely will not form, but there's still some chances, but they're decreasing as we speak right now. And if I have to say, it really won't form. Western Pacific is unexpectedly still dead. No models are showing nothing. Nothing's popping up on anything. It looks like it could be dead for July and August, maybe. Only 3 systems have formed so far. Yeah, it's pretty quiet. Or actually, only 2 systems. South Pacific, very quiet like you would expect at this time of the year. And that's pretty much it, guys. So we don't have a lot to talk about. Well, we do have a lot to talk about. but Hanna is going to be bringing life-threatening flooding and wind. And really, if you do live in Texas, southern Texas, even probably the northern part of Mexico, you're going to want to get your hurricane plan ready. And ISIS, this is the ISIS. I'm just going to say it right now. Um, Also, if you're anywhere in Florida or the Caribbean, you also want to get your hurricane plan ready, because it looks like ISIS could be doing a track a little bit like this. If you follow that red, it looks like it could be doing a track a little bit like this, maybe a little bit like a Nirma kind of track, and maybe track something like that. But that just depends on how the high pressure is going to set up. It could either do a Maria track, which just goes through those islands and curl back up, or an Irma track, where it just completely goes into Florida, or even a kind of a Jose track as well, where it just curls back out to sea. But we're really going to have to pay attention for this. I have more special updates on all of the systems, especially in the Atlantic. And as always, check out my website. I'll have a link down in the description.